But now let's preview the big one, right? It's being played at Wembley. These old rivals since World War II.
Coming home.
So it's the England versus Germany.
Going home.
I think in Euros, they never really meet much. I think England and Germany. I think the last was that infamous incident, the Lampard goal. I mean, supposedly a goal, but due to, unfortunately, no
4-1.
VR at that time, the goal was ruled out. But it ended 4-1 to Germany, right? 4-1 to Germany in the World Cup, I think, quarterfinals. So coming to you, Rajan, you have seen England play these 3 games. Personally, I feel England, I would say they are quite solid in defense, but at the same time, you can also say they have not been really tested yet. But you guys have now having some boost with the return of Maguire, Henderson. I think will that make a big difference or not for this game?
Okay, in terms of individual players, I mean, you know, this has been England's problem all this while. Individually, all of them are actually good players. So you put them on paper, I think you can even see, I mean, including me, we always say that we can win the tournament every time because individually we have all great players. But what we are lacking of is someone. It's like what Italy is having now, the team spirit and the unity that all of England has been lacking all this while. So, but in terms of squad depth, I think we're much in a better position now. But I think the issue now is actually converting the chances. Actually, this has been England's problem, and you're not even facing the best teams yet in the tournament, and still you're having difficulties converting the chances.
But are you guys creating chances or not in the first place? I don't see you all creating also to convert.
You see, this is the problem. I think they've been playing a very safe game. They're not rushing. They're just always coming from the defense, and Pickford is. You can even see in all the games like Pickford is like trying to calm things down. He's not going to give balls like Neuer or he's not doing that. But now Jack Grealish coming in, and I feel Saka is the key player now, and he's the only one because he's quite young and he's daring enough to exploit the opponent's defense, and he can run and he can just pull players out, things. But as long as Sterling is going to start, him scoring all the 2 goals that England has scored. But I think if you're going to start Sterling, if you're going to start Sterling, and then I think, I think German will. And I'm not taking. I mean, I'm an England fan, but I'm only afraid of one thing because Germany has faced the best teams already. One of the best teams in the tournament already. So they are coming in with very much high confidence and with much and towards the end of the Germany-Hungary game, you can see the unity and then the teamwork between all the German players. They know they had one objective and they achieved it at the end. So that shows how hungry they are. So I think that's the only part where I think England will be lacking in terms of, like I said just now, like why Portugal will win over Belgium is because of the experience, and Germany has it miles ahead. So, but I'm quite nervous actually.
Yeah, I understand. Like player by player, I think midfield also up to the forwards. I think Germany is superior. I think these players are playing in the Champions League. In a very high level Champions League matches. But before this tournament, right, we were doing the England team. We were saying, oh, so exciting seeing these names. So many the squad depth, especially in the forward areas. But England has been totally opposite of exciting. And I think one of all the big teams, I think they've been a dire watch. I think it's very hard to see their games. I even prefer to watch actually Scotland game with the Croatia. Scotland played Croatia compared to England. And also I want to ask you, Rajan, what happened to Kane? Is the issue with the team, the players are surrounding him, or the tactic, like to get the best out of him?
I think it's tactics. I think he's playing like I think they request him to to not to be the goal scorer, but actually to pull players out and also to give ball, like how he was doing to Son and all. But that's the problem. You need player like Grealish to play. If you don't have Grealish and Kane, I don't think so Kane can shine. Because even in Tottenham Hotspur, Kane needs a Son. He needs like 3 to 4 players who can give ball to him and he has to give. But here I don't see other players like. So I need players like Jadon Sancho and Grealish coming in, and even Saka coming in, and that's why you can see Kane's important game. And so I don't feel Sterling has been doing that. Yeah, he could score goals, so he's just being there at the right place, right time. It's not easy, but I still feel like, and also the tactics. I think Gareth Southgate is going with the tactics are saying that let's play a safe game, and once we scored one, we just try to score 1 goal and then we'll stay safe and all this kind of thing. I think they've been exposed in the Scotland game, and I hope that he learned something against his last game. But let's see against Germany.
So let's say we assume Sterling starts, right? Okay, where will you you feel Grealish should start if Sterling is there?
Behind Kane.
So it's like Sterling on the left.
Sterling on the left, and then right, I hope they start with Saka.
The only place Sterling should start is on the bench.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Even coming from England fan, I know he scored the only 2 goals.
What's going to happen is
I even wish that, but I even wish that even the goals that they scored. I know Saka also jumped for the ball, and then eventually went to Sterling. I really hope Saka would have scored that goal and at least showed to people that even anyone it's like you don't have to hope for Sterling, but
No, but it's okay. Saka celebrated like he scored anyway, so it's fine.
So Rajan, you prefer on the right is like not like someone like Sancho? You feel like Saka should start?
Of course, if let's say before the game, before Saka started, I wanted Sancho, but since after Saka, I saw in his game and he has the confidence now, and I hope actually Saka can play left, so I prefer to put Saka on the left and put Sancho on the right. So that's one thing I really hope, and also Saka is also at times he can play left wing back also. That's why I really feel like he's a player that even the commentator was saying that at such a young age he could start in many positions actually. So I think that's what Saka can bring to the team. So I really hope they put Saka in the left. I mean, that's what I would wish from England, and put Saka in the left and then start Sancho at the right. But I know it's not going to happen, and I'm very sure it's going to start the same team that it started with the previous game.
Right, and knowing how good Germany are with the wing backs, I think Gary Neville he posted a tweet saying that England should start with the 3 at the back.
Back 3,
yes. Wing backs,
want to touch
two DMs. So but since this is playing Wembley, do you think Southgate should go for this defensive approach or not?
I think the fans and all will not accept if he goes for a defensive approach. But I'm very sure, knowing Gareth Southgate, he's a person that doesn't make so much of changes to his team, and he'll always stick to a safer plan. And then like now he'll feel as though England is doing well what he wanted. So I'm very sure that he's going to start the same way that he started the previous game.
Right. So, like, do you feel England can win this?
As a fan, yes, but I'm looking at the history and how Germany, even though Germany at the weakest point, I think they're still, in terms of mentality-wise, that they're way stronger than England. So, yeah, but I don't see England going through that, actually, to be honest.
Wow. Okay, that's a very honest opinion.
That is very honest. Very honest.
No, because Germany, because Germany has escaped the group of death, that shows their mentality. That itself is enough. That shows the mentality of the team. But you don't see that in England. You can see them against Scotland and teams like that, and they still suffer. You don't see that fluidness inside the squad. So I think that itself, I feel. But yeah, but I really hope England wins. I really, really hope. I think that will be like, you can see me going crazy if England wins against Germany.
Right, we'll come to Anand. Like, what do you feel like Germany should change facing this England team? Like, who should start in midfield?
To answer the question, definitely Goretzka. The group of death was not easy, but most importantly, coming from the group of death, it's a lot of learnings. I think that all 3 games taught Germany. We know Germany's weakness and current issues. And I think we have talked about it a lot. But coming from each of the games, right? Initially, I thought Gundogan and Kroos would make up a good match, and Kimmich somewhere in the middle. But I think Goretzka and Kroos has to start, and Kimmich on the wing back. That's a way forward, because that is ultimately Germany's strength. And it will come down to a question where will the opponent let our midfield play or not? And in that case, right, Goretzka and Kroos, or Goretzka or Kimmich somewhere in the midfield can play within the press if they receive from the opponents. Anything out from them, I think it will be a tough call for Germany to go through the next stage.
So you're saying like to drop Gundogan for Goretzka and remain
definitely
Kimmich on the right?
Yes, Kimmich on the right, and Kroos and Goretzka, because Goretzka does bring a lot of energy into the midfield. With Kroos, his intelligence and long passes is definitely a need in the team, and his experience as well. Again, Germany, it's like a blessing in disguise to get England on the round of 16. they were not good to get to go into the top of the group to get Switzerland as an opponent, and Belgium is far more worse. Germany has never been an individual team play kind of a team. It has always been teamwork or team play kind of a team. It has never gone on individual play, and because of that, meeting Belgium, I think it'll be a neck to neck tie. It's kind of a similar gameplay. England, it's a much better option for Germany. So it's going to be tough for Germany, but I think they have high chances compared to the other options they had.
Yeah, all right. Darwin, how do you feel this game will pan out?
I think it's like how England is going to prepare the Germany's midfield fixture. Are they going to let Germany to control the mid? I think like we are looking at the attacking side. That means like we're looking at Grealish, Saka. But how about the mid two? Who's going to play? Calvin Phillips. I think Henderson come back ready. Henderson come back and Declan Rice. So how are they going to play? Like I said, Portugal Germany game showed that if you don't control Germany in the mid, you're gonna get overrun. Like I said, like Germany versus England, we're expecting like Germany is going to hold the position more. Looks like that could be the how the game is fun. And second, how they're going to match Germany. Like I said, like Ivan brought on the topic that are they going to go for back three? Like I said, that back three to counter the wing back game. I said the wing back game is the key point. Is like Gosen and Kimmich. If they're able to overrun on the side, I think England will have a big trouble. I think rather than I think the key point is that how they're going to control the mid. If they're able to match the mid, I think England have a high chance. If they let German to control the game, and they're going to have a trouble, and they just need to hope for the counter attack game and kill off German in the counter.
German do create chances. England still lacking of goals coming into the play. Germany again, I think converting chances is still poor, but creating chances we are there. It will come down to how well England can hold their defense to block the chances or not let Germany convert the chances. But I think Darwin is he's getting it all right. It's either you press Germany like how Hungary did in the mid and France did, or you press in the wing backs. But I don't see it both coming from Southgate, because England at the moment has a mixture of good talents, not chemistry, and to really utilize the talents to compensate each other. That's where England can see through Germany. That's how I see it. And coming in from Southgate, I think that is where I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah, I feel like Germany, they want to prepare to meet England, right? I think it's quite tough for Germany because they don't really know what England is going to do. Is England a counter-attacking team or pressing team or possession team?
Yeah.
I think even England
doesn't know.
Yeah, England doesn't know. Yeah, that's the problem. So I don't know how Germany is going to prepare themselves.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't even answer your question just now whether you're going to go defensive. I think I don't even know what England's doing in all of the games. It's like they are just keeping the ball and then they try to give the forward. They're going to score more goals, but nothing's turning out. I know I'm an England fan. I suppose we're supporting England. I am supporting England, but at the same time, I have to talk facts. You cannot be like. I don't want to be like some England fans where you're quite blindfolded. I mean, when it comes to England, so you have to talk facts. What is England is lacking of? England is lacking Roberto Mancini. That's all.
The manager, right?
I would like to add on actually. I would say for England, Mason Mount has been good actually when he was playing, but he was not playing for the previous game, and the next game I don't think he's
quarantined
starting as well.
He's quarantined as well.
He's quarantined.
Yeah. So so Anand is quite happy, but his side is a Chelsea player. But Mason Mount did throw. I say he was like feeding a lot of ball towards like the attacking side, and yes, Declan Rice. But I would say they're lacking of a pure leader, which I would say like Henderson is required there, because Kane, we don't know what he's doing. Sometimes you can see him; he's just trying to bring up the team, but sadly that doesn't happen for England squad. And we need someone more capable and leadership. They do need Henderson to be there.
Actually, I gotta agree with you, Kevin. I know I didn't expect much from Henderson. I mean, I'm not being biased because I'm a Liverpool fan, but even I was quite impressed when Henderson came on for England. He did manage to do something. I mean, he managed to bring the experience in the midfield. But I don't know whether he's good enough to go against the Germans midfield.
Because
But
after
yeah, but
injury
I
as
still
well.
feel. Yeah, but I feel he'll be a good. I think it'll be okay. I wouldn't mind if you start Henderson in that game just to bring some experience.
All right, AC bro, to how you feel this game will go. Wrap it up first, bro.
So I think there were a few good points that were mentioned. So to me, I think England does have a few advantage. One is that they're going to have more prep time, right? So we all know that they're going to have one extra day, if I'm not mistaken, compared to Germany, of how much rest the players are going to get. I think it's similar with Belgium and Portugal as well. Belgium players are going to have an extra 2 days of rest. And I think when it comes to tournaments like this, even if it's just 24 hours, it plays a huge role as well. So I think that's one advantage that England has. To me, I think ultimately the game is going to be won in midfield. I think that is the biggest factor here. And I don't see England being able to overpower Germany in midfield. I think the quality that Germany has in midfield is just too much for England to handle. And I think if England were to go with a defensive mindset, just letting Germany come at them and just try to score on counter attacks, I don't think that's going to work as well, because I don't think let's be honest, I don't think England defenders are good enough to be able to hold Germany for the entire 90 minutes as well.
Three games, 3 clean sheets, bro.
I mean, look at who they faced, right? I think, see, I'm saying that based on how Portugal did as well. I think Portugal tried to sit back, let Germans come at them, and I think that failed. And I think if Portugal failed at that, and we all know that Portugal is a team that can sit back and take attacks, right? But if they failed against Germany, I don't see England being able to pull that off, right? I think the only way England will be able to win this is by using their pace to attack Germany on the wings. But I don't see that happening if Southgate is not going to start with players like Sancho. Right? So I'm just trying to look at all the different possibilities, and I don't see England winning it in any of it.
How about Rashford? Rashford should start or not?
Oh, no one mentioned about him. Everyone forget him.
No. He doesn't. I feel like Rashford and Kane are actually not up to the level that they were playing in their cups. So I don't think Rashford could bring the X factor to the team. Personally,
I don't know, right? Because who knows? Maybe Rashford could be the key here. Because I feel like England have tried everything. So I think we have to see how the game goes. But I think if England is trailing and they need to get a goal, and let's just say they're going all out attack, I mean, who knows? Why not?
But in that case, I'll be more confident. I have more confidence in Sancho because he's been in Dortmund and he's been facing most German players.
Yeah, he knows them.
The X factor. He for example, he has played against Kimmich and all these players, So I feel he'll bring the X factor to the team. I just hope that he starts with him.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
maybe drop Saka and put in Sancho.
Why I said Rashford when England are already trailing to come in second half is because I'm expecting Sancho to start this game.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. Sancho should start this game. I'm already very, very disappointed that Sancho hasn't been starting in the first 3 games. I'm hoping that it is some sort of Southgate's masterclass of trying to, unleash Sancho for the game or something. I hope that's the case. Yeah.
Do you all know that German medias and German players are very, very surprised and furious with Southgate for not starting Sancho? Because for them, he was like one of the best players in the Bundesliga, and he's not even starting. What? He just played 10 minutes of the whole tournament so far. It's like, what the hell? What's happening? I don't know. No comments. No comments. And in the last game, it's like you can start with Saka because you're already qualified for the knockout phase, and you can start with Saka. Why not start with Sancho? I don't know what. Does he have any personal issue with Sancho? Maybe like he's not good in the training or something.
Maybe something is happening in the training.
Maybe that's the thing. So I just hope that he puts that all aside and try to start Sancho. When you watch the England game the other day, when Sancho comes on, you see the cheer, and when Grealish and Sancho came on to the team, you can see the fans are expecting more from these players because these are the players that's going to bring the X factor that attacking prowess in the England squad. But
I feel like the reason, I don't know, I just personally feel like the reason Sancho isn't starting is just because of the biasness towards Premier League players.
Yeah. Maybe.
Politics.
Yeah.
But I mean, having said that, see, I did mention that, I don't see England winning in any way. But having said that, I feel if England were to ever beat Germany, this is the time, because they are not facing the best Germany team here.
Yeah.
I think we all
Well
know
said.
that Germany
That was well
is
said.
far away from, the best they could be.
The
If there
best
was
they have.
one time that England can beat Germany, this is the time. And I'm hoping they do, because I think that would really surprise me.
Ivan,
But
Doctor Strange, Endgame, one chance.
yeah.
Start Sancho and you win.
Who's line up?
If not, the 14 million times you're going to lose to Germany.
So I think safe to say AC and Darwin, you guys going for Germany. I think Rajan also you said logically Germany. I think Kevin
England,
doesn't matter for
no.
you. For Kevin, I think doesn't matter as long as Saka starts, right? Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Saka will be scoring the goal. Wait and see.
But guys, I
then
think personally, for
eventually
me,
England will lose.
but guys, I feel personally, I think I have a funny feeling England's going to win this day. I don't know why. Just because it's playing in Wembley, I have this.
Yeah.
Hope.
I think this will be one of
Coming
the
home.
shock of the tournament. I think. Yeah. But we'll see,
Because
Anand.
it's England, right?
Yeah.
Because it's England. The only shock is because it's England. It's the media that is the hype that they bring onto themselves.
But yeah, Wembley is another advantage, actually, Wembley, because you're going to have the fans behind us. So let's see.
Sorry, Kevin. You wanted to say something to wrap it up?
No, it's supposed to be coming home, but yeah, they'll be playing at home, that's all. Just staying there, maintaining
He's
it.
going to stay at home.
Yeah, it's
See,
going
this
to be
is
easy
the
for
problem.
players to just go back home. So
No.
All right.
But
we'll
Yeah,
see.
there's another one.
But let's see if there's any surprise. I think let's see.
Yeah,
It should be
you
an
never know.
interesting game. Yeah.
It's just a bad day for Germany, that's all.
I feel who scores first in this game is so quite
Yeah.
like if
exactly.
England
It's very
scores
important.
first, I think they have a very high chance
Yeah.
to win this.
no, but having said that,
even
right,
the-
I think even if England goes into the lead, I don't think they should just sit back after that, because I think then they will concede for sure. So I
Hungry
think
Germany.
if England takes the lead, they should still, keep with their game plan, not just trying to counter attack, try to keep the possession as well, not just sit back, because I think then I just think that England shouldn't sit back, because I think it's going to be impossible to keep Germany away from scoring.
Yeah, true. And especially with their wingbacks and Kimmich and Gosens and these
One
fellas are
thing-
just going to point the ball inside.
Yeah, one thing from me, I just hope it doesn't be a boring match where we'll be passing around,
Yeah,
keeping the ball.
it's England game day. Don't expect anything.
Yeah,
Like guys, unfortunately,
so-
we have to wrap up already now. I think it's a good preview. We'll definitely come back.
right.
Okay, we hope to have some shock so we can come back here. With a lot to dissect and talk about. Right, guys, great one from all of y'all. Okay, we'll meet again.
Right.
Once the last 16 is concluded. Right, guys, great one.
Right.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys. See you all.